taking on this voluntary, proactive effort to eliminate the use of artificial colors in ice cream products by the end of 2027. Because of this historic partnership between USDA and HHS, and I will say it is an unprecedented partnership, but also because of leadership of organizations like IDFA and again, all the farmers and producers they represent, we are driving meaningful change to make America healthy again. I also want to acknowledge a lot of other partners, the Consumer Brands Association, Tyson Foods, PepsiCo, J.M. Smucker, Nestle, Hershey, ConAgra Brands, Kraft Heinz, and General Mills, each of which have recently made similar commitments to remove artificial colors from their products. Just last week, the Consumer Brands Association announced a voluntary commitment to encourage the makers of America's food and beverage products to remove certified food, drug, and cosmetic colors from products served in our schools by the start of next year's school year, 2026. The beauty of America is the role that private enterprise has always played, but will continue to play, and perhaps an even bigger role, in voluntarily shaping policies for the good of future generations. Dairy farmers represented by IDFA are certainly embracing that role, and we are just so grateful. At this time, I'd love to welcome to the podium, again, my partner in this very valid, righteous, and incredible effort. Please help me welcome Secretary Bobby Kennedy.
Thank you, Brooke. I'm particularly happy to be here today because this is relevant to my favorite food, which is ice cream. And I want to, since we came in about 5.5 months ago and started talking about eliminating dyes and other bad chemicals from our food, we've had this extraordinary response from the industry, and Brooke just rattled off this inventory, this extraordinary inventory of national corporate food producers have all made commitments to remove food dyes from their food. And with this addition today of the dairymen and the dairy food producers, we now have about 35% of American food industry that has made commitments, and that's addition between 35 and 40%. And that is in addition to the 35% of the food industry that was already organic and healthy and chemical-free. Brooke and I have often talked about the fact that we can't make MAHA succeed without the partnership of the American farmer. And our job is to help them, to open the doors, to make sure that they have adequate resources in their supply chains, and that the approvals for new chemical-free dyes are happening very quickly. And I'm going to bring on Marty McCary in a moment, and he's going to make an amazing announcement that today FDA has approved a new blue vegetable dye, in addition to many of the other dyes that the 3 dyes that we've already rapidly approved over the past 2 months. So we are going to be there for the dairy industry. Well, I grew up in a world where milk was the healthiest thing that you could eat. There was been an attack on whole milk and cheese and yogurt over the past couple of decades, and Brooke and I, our agencies, are about to release new dietary guidelines in the next several months that will elevate those products to where they ought to be in terms of contributing to the health of our children. There's a tremendous amount of emerging science that talks about the need for more protein in our diet and more fats in our diet. And there's no industry that does that better than this industry. So I'm very grateful for this industry for stepping up, not only on this, but over the past 10 years, they've removed 60% of the sugar from milk products in school lunches. They've pledged to continue to reduce the amount of sugar in the food. This step is an extraordinary step, and I'm very proud to be part of this partnership. I'm very, very grateful to the industry. There are many dairymen and women in the audience, and we met with them this morning, and it was an amazing meeting with amazing people. And we want to make it so that they're successful and that they can do what they want to do, which is to provide our children with the healthiest food possible. So now I want to introduce my friend and my colleague, Marty McCary, and I've already ruined his announcement. But
Thank you, Secretary Kennedy and Secretary Rawlings. We wouldn't be here were it not for both of your vision to make this happen, so thank you. Secretary Rawlings, you've been the perfect partner in this. When we first said we want to remove all 9 petroleum-based food dyes from the U.S. food supply and do it soon, the naysayers said it would not be possible. And here we are weeks later with an announcement that nearly 40% of food manufacturers have raised their hand to say, yes, we agree. There are no Democrat or Republican children in America. They are children. And so we can do this because we now have enough reason to be concerned about these petroleum-based food dyes. We don't need to wait for a 10-year randomized controlled trial. Parents are telling us that when a kid has abnormal behavior and they try reducing or eliminating petroleum-based food dyes, they have seen behavior improve. That is data. May not be a 10-year randomized controlled trial, but if we listen to parents, there are learnings there for the medical establishment. There are also randomized controlled trials also raising these health concerns with the petroleum-based food dyes. Now, we believe in options, so that means we want natural dyes to be available to food makers and ice cream makers. Normally, every couple years, the FDA will spit out one natural food dye approval. But on the charge of Secretary Kennedy, we have made this a priority, and Kyle Diamantis, who's standing here in charge of the food program at the FDA, has made this a priority such that in the very short time we have been in office, we have now the 4th natural food dye from natural ingredients approved by the FDA. Today, I'm announcing that the FDA is approving Gardenia Blue as a natural food dye with natural ingredients. We believe in options, and we believe in incremental improvements in health. The sickness of American kids is not a willpower problem. It's not their fault. We can do things that'll make the food supply healthier one step at a time. So with that, I just want to reemphasize that this is a renaissance moment in health in America, and part of that is rewriting the broken food and nutrition guidelines of the United States. No longer are we going to have a broken food pyramid and a continuation of a 70-year demonization of natural saturated fat that began with Dr. Ansel Keys. We are going to have dietary guidelines that are based on science, not based on medical dogma. So with that, I want to say thank you, and thanks for giving me a few minutes here.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. McCary, another incredible warrior. And I know he recognized Kyle Diamantis standing behind us, but I think Secretary Kennedy and Dr. McCary and I all agree that while we often get to stand up here and take a lot of credit, it's really the people who are working behind the scenes that make it happen. So a big shout out to Kyle and the entire team at HHS and USDA and FDA. So thank you. Right now, what a joy, Michael Dykes, CEO of the International Dairy Foods Association, a member of our Agricultural Policy Committee and a real driver in this effort. Please help me welcome the great Michael Dykes.
It is indeed a joy and a privilege to be here today. This is a great day for dairy, and it's a great day for Make America Healthy Again. I'm just overjoyed, to be honest with you. It's amazing. I want to thank Secretary Rollins, Secretary Kennedy for the opportunity to be here today to talk about the IDFA ice cream commitment, and to thank all the wonderful people. I see Dana Cole who put hours and hours into, as well as my team, in organizing this and planning this. So thank you so much. I also want to say a thank you to the dairy farmers who traveled from Michigan, Illinois, Idaho, and Indiana to be here with us today. Everything we do in dairy starts with the dairy farmer, from nutrition to delicious. Thank you. I know what it's like to be on a dairy farm. As a kid, having grown up milking cows, and as a dairy veterinarian, I've been there, I've seen it, I know your hard work, and I know your dedication. So thank you for all you do. This is a unique opportunity for IDFA. We represent the industry, the processing industry, and we're so happy with this voluntary, industry-led commitment to ensure that our products are on the right side of public policy and on consumer choice. Back in 2022, we made a similar commitment that we would maximize the amount of sugar in flavored milk in schools, and I'm pleased to say that in the last decade, we've reduced sugar 60% in American schools in flavored milk, which is the #1 product for children. Earlier this year, we made a commitment that we would eliminate the certified artificial colors. The company stepped forward that they would eliminate the certified artificial colors in dairy products sold in schools, milk, cheese, and yogurt. Another commitment that our industry stepped forward with the member companies coming forward and making those commitments. And today, it's about celebrating ice cream and honoring the history of ice cream in America by making sure that we continue to offer the products that consumers know and love. This announcement today represents over 40 individual ice cream companies. It's the single largest effort of its kind, and it's efforts like this that demonstrate how our dairy industry is different. Our dairy industry was built on families. Many of these processing organizations started off on a single farm with a creamery, and years and years and generations later, they've grown into major companies. It is the dedication, it's the hard work, it's the commitment that our industry is committed to doing right and serving nutritious, healthy products to all. So on behalf of all of them, I am grateful to be here today. I'm grateful to our IDFA members, all of our ice cream companies, all of the dairy farmers, and to Secretary Rollins and Secretary Kennedy for being such staunch champions of dairy. Thank you. Thank you for being here.